Hello everyone, my name is Kareem Galal, Associate Professor of Architecture at the Faculty of Architecture, Design and Built Environment, Beirut Arab University, Lebanon. I'm specialized in environmental studies and recently in virtual reality and 3D scanning. I will present a brief of my project entitled Design and Thermal Factors Affecting the Quality of Life for Residents of Heritage Buildings in Old Saida, Lebanon. Based on my observation and the stories of old people who used to live in the historic old city, most of the native residents left the city and rent their houses due to years of wars and economic crisis. Mainly refugees and low-income people replaced the original residents. This was a reason behind neglecting the area for decades, leading to lack of maintenance and random construction without considering the heritage identity of the city and thus affecting the residents' quality of life. For example, the figures on the right show an added construction in a courtyard that ignores the heritage standards, affecting negatively the airflow and thermal behavior of the space, and preventing the residents from using the court as a social gathering area. Therefore, the aim of this study is to investigate the design and thermal factors affecting the quality of life in Bab al-Sarai or Saida as a case study to prevent further deterioration and to find a safeguarding strategy that could be applied to the whole old city. Establish a partnership between Beirut Arab University, Saida Municipality, and NGOs that support several restoration projects in Saida Old City. Train a new qualified generation of architects capable of leading conservation and rehabilitation projects, especially after the vast migration of mines due to the economic crisis in Lebanon. The progress phases of the project are data collection and site investigation, site documentation, dynamic thermal simulation modeling, analysis and findings, publishing. This virtual fellowship is a great opportunity that have offered me to get exposed to Liverpool academic community, especially my mentors who gave me a great support, to be enrolled in many training sessions and have access to many resources, to expand my networks and be more engaged in local community. Finally, it was an opportunity to enrich my knowledge in architectural heritage. After data collection comes the stage of site investigation, including visual observation, selecting the samples for thermal measurements and interviews with the residents, and finally the interviews with officials from the municipality and NGOs that have restoration projects in the old city. 11 samples have been selected with various locations, floor position, construction materials and methods, as well as date of construction. This variation helped in comparing the results from the interviews and thermal measurements. From site and visual investigations, we could indicate some problems that the area is facing, such as the deterioration of the original structure, low quality of some of the materials that have been used in restoration, lack of maintenance, damage in the electricity and plumbing networks, as well as garbage accumulation. Analyzing the data obtained from the site survey, thermal measurements, and interviews with the residents and specialized officials specify the actual problems that are facing the area to suggest suitable solutions. In response to achieving the third aim of the project, part of the site documentation was done through a workshop where a new generation of architects were trained on using 3D Faro laser scanner and generating 3D documentation, which is a trend in conservation and rehabilitation projects. The results of the 3D documentation will be offered to the municipality of Saida and some NGOs to be used for future restoration projects and therefore fulfilling the second aim of the project. The results obtained from the 3D documentation are the following: a walkthrough video demonstrating the sites of Bab al-Sarai area and a 360 panoramic documentation. These can help in enhancing tourism, that is one of the residents' demands. A recap point cloud file that can be used for restoration projects. It was used in this project for building an accurate thermal model. This model was created to compare the results with the thermal site measurements for auditing the current situation. and for testing possible future solutions. The findings resulted from the simulation are wide and numerous. For example, the behavior of airflow in the outdoor spaces introduces calm areas that lead to bad ventilation in both outdoor and indoor spaces. For indoor ventilation, it shows that the units that have problems in cross ventilation are either due to a defect in the design or in the context or due to obstructions added to the site. One of the problems of poor natural light in some units is due to changing light paving materials with dark ones in the outdoor spaces. These results are translated analytically to enrich the library with resources on the thermal behavior of this heritage area and accordingly help in future research works. Finally, I would like to thank Liverpool University for this opportunity and all program members, especially my mentors, Dr. Ataa Alsalloum and Dr. Haniyeh Pourkarbasi, who offered me great support and advice. In addition, I would like to thank my school for all the support they gave me to fulfill this program. Thank you.